Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Inhabitmars channel. I just want to say I apologize that I have not been on lately. Um, I'm working a new job, as a lot of you know, and it's been grueling. I was only supposed to work 4 days on, 12-hour shifts, and then get 4 days off, but they're extremely short-handed, and so I'm winding up working 6 days a week, 12-hour shifts. And to be quite honest, I'm probably doing a lot more than I need to be after having the stroke. I'm still not fully recovered. And so I might have gone back to work a little early, but financially we needed it. And then, of course, the extra hours, almost immediately after starting work, within like the second week, I was already being asked to do some overtime. And it's been quite grueling. I mean, 12 hours. The position I'm working is not just sitting at a desk. Unfortunately, I'm actually dispatching and outgating trucks, which means I have to get up from my desk and then walk over to outside. There's a doorway right there, and I go outside. I get the paperwork from the truck drivers, and I come in. I process it, find their bills, and then dispatch them and everything, and carry their paperwork back out to them. And it's kind of physically demanding, but if I'm working just the 4 days, it's not too bad. The fourth day it gets a little rough for me sometimes, but this working 6 days and only getting a couple of days off is just been grueling. Now this week, believe it or not, I took my 4 days, but I mean I have been lethargic for several days and getting up here and there, and tried to sit at the computer and do some work and just couldn't get anything done. Now that being said, I am working on one right now, which I'll show you right now. Let's see. This is one that was found by Joe White over at ArtAlienTV, so I started working on this one. Also, in this same video, I'm hoping when I get the video done, there were some more of these blocks found by John Ward. I don't remember the Sol number, and I'll go back to it. I wasn't actually prepared to make a video tonight, but I figure I need to let people know I'm still alive, I'm still doing this, I still enjoy doing this, but it's just been a grueling work schedule for me, and I've got to get back into it. It's kind of like getting in shape and stuff. You got to kind of get back into it because, yeah, like I say, ever since the stroke, it's been hard for me. But I will be doing this more. So I started working on this one. Now, what I first did was took this image and enhanced it. I have done some tutorials on better ways to enhance images and to get them looking more natural and to preserve detail. So there's different ways to scale images, which I did not know. I thought there was only the one way to scale an image, but apparently there's more, where you can actually preserve detail. And the first thing you want to do is scale up the image and get it kind of as big as you can and still have detail in it. So that's the first thing I do is scale the image up, and I use a different method to scale it so it preserves some of these fine details. Now it's not going to be crisp and clear, but if you go back to the original, and this is Joe White's Gigapan, and it's pretty decent. Joe White always does great work, so I'm saying it's pretty decent because of the NASA images, not because of his work. But you can see there's not a whole lot of detail in this right here, because this is one of the blocks that I went ahead and modeled. But if you come over here and look at this, you can see that detail just a little better in this. And once again, it's not going to be crystal clear or anything like that, but you can start to see these shadows and highlights. So there's different things you do to clean up an image and make it look better. I got this block modeled here so far, although I didn't get any of the detail yet on the top, but that'll be easy work once I get back to doing it. And then take a look at this piece right here. This looks like a capstone for something. It's got a pyramid-like shape. It's actually beveled inward at the bottom, comes in at an angle like this and then straight down. So you can see that right there, comes in and then straight down. Then it comes up at a specific angle. This is level all the way across here. And then it actually tapers in farther. And then I'm not sure if this is something in the design or this is eroded right here. When you look at this line, kind of looks like it should be something that was designed in there, because the line is pretty straight, like this one over here. They both, and they even have these little three holes that are in a triangle shape right there. So I think that this is something designed into it. You can see a slot cut out right there. And then right next to it, on its left side right here, laid right up against it, you can see it's right up against it, is this piece that actually looks like a statue piece. So I haven't modeled this yet, but I've got this modeled, except the fine details here at the top. I got, once again, this block here. And then if we come back over here, there's another interesting piece right here. Now, if you look at this in the original, it's not very clear. But you can see that these grooves go inward. There's one here and there's one right here. So it's like these three pieces that are kind of sticking out. They would be going basically to your left. That was an interesting piece. This block here, these two, in fact, they look like shape stone, so I don't think these are just regular rocks. You've got symmetry, and as Dave Gannett would say, non-fractal geometry to this. Alright, and this is just one piece of the Gigapan. This actually extends to the left, and I haven't even worked on that image. I mainly focused on this one, and you can see how with the different ways to scale and different ways to add contrast and bring out details. I'm using several different methods to try to clean these up. You can even see a piece right here that doesn't look natural. It looks like this long tapered inward cylinder. It tapers in to the left, and then it's got this disc on the end of it with a piece sticking out like it's some sort of wheel or balancer, maybe for an engine, a harmonic balance or something for an engine. Kind of looks like that, but it looks like a round disc, and it's got this cone-like shape that's tapered going to the left. So that was an interesting piece, and there's a lot more in this. Here's another pyramid-like shape right here. All right, so there's lots in this that we can work with, and I think we can model. There's also this piece right here. Oh, excuse me. It kind of looks like a another pyramid piece that's laid on its side, and you can see it's kind of symmetrical with these lines. This looks like a wider piece at the bottom. Of course, it's eroded somewhat, and then it kind of extrudes inward and then tapers to not quite a point. As you can see, it's flat here, but this doesn't look like a natural rock to me. Could be wrong. And then this piece, as Joe pointed out, is actually behind this block, and you can kind of see that here now that I've enhanced it. This is just a little bit blurrier, these two pieces, because they're actually behind this right edge right here. So I worked on that. Let me just show you what I've done so far. So here's the same image. All right, and here's our blocks. Actually, this one, am I at the right angle? No, I wasn't. I was going to say I had these lined up. Okay, so here's these pieces here, and I'll just show you this one here. Let's go ahead and move these down real quick. And once again, this is not the full video. I'm just showing you what I've been working on. Okay, let's start back here. Let's move down just a little bit. Now, as you can see on this left edge of this, it's got this piece that's in the on the front facing part, like this is all eroded away, or maybe it was shaped that way. It almost looks like, other than this piece that comes down right here, that it goes across at a 90-degree angle and comes down at a 90-degree angle. So it could be shaped like that, but the only thing I haven't done is rounded out this corner right here. That corner should be rounded out, and I haven't done that in the model itself. It's still pretty square right there, as you can see that corner. That's that corner right there. So I should probably take and, you know, bevel this out. I'm just going to do it real quick to show you what I'm talking about, if I can get the right corner. Alright, so we Control B to bevel, pull that into a bevel, something like that. Add a couple of corners to it, maybe pull it a little more, something like that. Let's save it. I may go back and redo that, but it should be more rounded like that. Alright, and I need to probably fix the texture here. It's hard to get a texture when it's at an angle like that. See how from the camera view it's going back at an angle. It's hard to get it to fit and not look stretched, because this is definitely stretched along the x-axis. I usually work with the x-axis facing towards you and the y-axis facing sideways, and of course the z-axis is up and down. So when it's on the x-axis like that, it's hard to get UVs to fit right, and I'm going to see if there's any better ways to do it. So anytime you're looking at stuff that's sideways towards you, well, it's almost parallel with your vision, close to parallel, it's going to look stretched, and it definitely looks stretched. Alright, but the front face looks pretty good. And then once again, if I can back out enough here, if you see these little ridges on the top, I gotta add those to it, but that's nothing. I can do that in a matter of minutes. But that's kind of what that block looks like. Alright, and I don't know what the top looks like. I just took this front face once again and stretched it over the top, and then we got the pyramid, like I call it a capstone because I really don't know what it is, but I haven't modeled this statue piece or whatever it is beside it yet, but I went ahead and modeled the pyramid-like structure right there, and then I still have to model this detail in here, so I still have to do that. You can see it in the texture, but if you actually look at this from different angles, you can see it's just still flat. I still got to model that in, but there you go. That's what I got, and I still want to get to these different pieces that are back here, like this piece right here. I still want to get to that piece, and there is a piece in front of it, so it's going to be conjecture on the bottom part, maybe what the bottom part looks like, because there's a piece right here in front, and these two pieces right here that don't look natural. As Dave Gannett would tell you, there's some non-fractal geometry going on right here. You can barely see it on the backside, but that line on that backside is right here, and it goes to here, and then it turns a 90 degree, and you can see that it's eroded a little bit, or it was beveled right here. See how it's kind of rounded, and then there's stuff up here that I'll have to try to make out. There's little pieces in here, so we got some stuff in here to model, and I'm hoping to be able to get this done. We're already at 15 minutes. Alright, so I just wanted to make a quick video to tell you I'm still alive. I'm still doing this. This is still my passion, and what I want to do is just grueling schedule at work, and I mean grueling. If I was younger and was maybe didn't have the stroke or was healthier, it probably, because I used to do this all the time, do extra days all the time, and it didn't bother me when I worked this job before, because I worked this exact job before, and it wasn't that bad, and that's kind of why I went back to it. But hopefully it's hopefully it's not gonna be such a hard thing to do once I get used to it. You guys take care of yourselves. We will see you very soon. I thought about doing a live chat this coming Friday or Saturday. Let me know what y'all think, either on Chris's Discord or in the comments here. I have been checking the comments off and on, not as much as I should be, but yes, I will get more videos out. I'm hoping this coming week I won't have to do any extra hours, but hey, if I do, it's great money. That part is true, but it doesn't help if it's great money if it kills you. So you guys take care. See you on the next video, and hopefully I'll get this out very soon.